Hello, welcome to my video. Today I am making a card. Okay, so I'll just fill you in on the story quickly. My Facebook video was too long to post to YouTube, so you're getting a little different content than what's on Facebook. So if you know my Facebook page, and I'll link it, or I'll put that in the comments, or I have that in there. I'll try to get a link, but you get a little different than what was on there. I used Trusty Tools, but mostly I showed a technique. It's a watercolor technique using a stamp block and Stampin Write markers and a water spritzer. And you could just use any little spray bottle that you have. So here's how you do this. You take your markers, and I take the brush tip, and you just color on your block. And I like to start with the light color first and go to the dark. That way I don't get Pretty Peacock on my pool party marker. So that's Pool Party. This one is Lost Lagoon. And then I'm just going to start coloring. I'm trying to do a third of the block. I don't think I got it. I did this on the Facebook video too. And then Pretty Peacock. Excuse me. I didn't realize I was going to have a cough. Should have taken a drink of water before I started. And then I'm just going to do the same thing with the Pretty Peacock. I went up right next to the Lost Lagoon. And now I'm going to bring in my spritzer. And I forgot to cover my stuff up that's in front of me up there. And I'm going to spritz. Yeah. Make sure it's pointing at the block and not at you. And get that wet. Kind of let it move around a little bit. Bring in your cardstock. And so this is going to be kind of like an ombre effect. Now, and then watch as I push that down. You can kind of see the colors moving a little bit in there. And I'm going to hold it for just a little bit. I also think I didn't quite get enough water up here at the top on the Pool Party. And maybe not quite enough over here. But this turns out different every time. And there you go. And you want to do this a little bit ahead of time before you do anything else. Because it is wet, because water. Here's some others that I've done. This is Cherry Cobbler, Cajun Craze, Crushed Curry. And a couple others I did. Oh, those aren't good. Those were not good. But Misty Moonlight, Old Olive, and Crumb Cake. That one's really not good. And then Pumpkin Pie, Crushed Curry, and I think it was, I can't remember. But this one is Smoky Slate, Crushed Curry, and Real Red. I think this is Cherry Cobbler. So the cards I put together, I used, again, Trusty Tools. This is the card I made. And I also showed how to flick your marker to get the splatter. And I'll do that with so what you do, take your cap, take the brush tip, put the brush tip on the cap, and just flick it to the paper. And you get the splatter look. And okay, so then I put together the Trusty Tools, and I showed this card with Shepherd's Care, And this was a bigger block. This was the H block. This one was, oh, now I can't remember the block, but it was a little bit bigger block. Not the biggest, like the second to the biggest block that we have. And Misty Moonlight, Smoky Slate, Crumb Cake. My brain was not going to that color. And some early espresso. And this one I had a little bit of fun. You know, I did more of the lighter colors and then just kind of swiped in some of the like the Misty Moonlight and the early espresso. Now that color escaped my brain. I don't have the pecan pie marker. I have never gotten that one. So that's going to have to be on my list. And then one that they didn't see. So this is the watercolor background that I did on camera on Facebook. And then after I got done, I put this together, you know, because I had to let that dry. So I waited until this was dry, and then I put this card together using the Terrific Toadstools. So there you got some bonus, and you got to see a different color combination too. And like I said, I will try to figure out how to link my Facebook page to this video. And I know this is a short one, and but yeah, you still got to see the main part with the watercolor technique. I hope you enjoyed this, and leave your questions or comments down below. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye.